Welcome to Ball and Ballers. I've got another show for you today, and I'm a bit late to the party, but the party doesn't start till I get here. So I'm gonna go over it again. You've probably heard the rumors regarding the sale, and I'm gonna get into that and who the potential buyers might be, or the chance of potential buyers, and discuss whether the rumors are true or not. I'm also gonna go into a few other things regarding Bruno Fernandes, but that's more towards the end of the show. But before I continue, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and I'll be bringing you more videos, and you'll be notified whenever I do drop one. So let's get into this now. So we had a bit of a rumor come out from this guy, Turki Al-Sheikh. And he mentioned that United might be for sale, and it's probably going to be close to getting done. And then afterwards he dropped and he said, my post about Manchester United potential sale meant one thing: the club is in advanced negotiation phase with a new investor. Just to clarify, I'm not the investor, nor are they from our nation. I'm posting this as a fan who wishes the deal would happen, though it might not necessarily happen. So basically, that's what was posted. Just to get into this, because I have been doing a bit of research the last few days regarding whether it's true or not. I'm still 50-50, even after my research. And I'm going to explain why. So, rumor has it there might be a few potential buyers. One of them is a guy called Thomas Zilliacus, and the second one is a UAE Consortium. Now, this tweet was posted by Turki Al-Sheikh. I know a lot of people say Sheikh, but obviously I could speak a bit of Arabic, so I'm going to say it the right way: Turki Al-Sheikh. Right? So he came out with this, and if you guys don't know who he is, he's the one that does Riyadh season, the boxing events, the big sports events in Dubai, the wrestling, the crown jewel wrestling for the WWE. He's bringing WrestleMania to Dubai, so he's pretty well known and hears things all the time, although not necessarily always true, but he does hear things all the time. So there might be some kind of thing that he's heard. And I'm going to speak of potential bidders. And the first one I'm going to go back to is 2023. And in 2023, we had a guy called Thomas Zilliacus, this guy here on the screen right now. So we had a guy called Thomas Zilliacus, basically. He used to be head of Nokia. He put a bid in 2023, but back then it was no one. Obviously, you went to Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos. But there's a potential that he might be wanting to bid in again. So I've got a little thing in front of me that I'm going to read off quickly. And it says, the Finnish entrepreneur, Thomas Zilliacus, who was a bidder in 2023 sales process, has confirmed that he's drafting a new proposal to acquire a stake or the whole club, and is open to working with other investors, including Sir Jim Ratcliffe or even the Glazers. There are also reports of a consortium based in UAE potentially considering a bid. So that's something that I read online. I think it was on the Manchester Evening News, and that is something that came up, whether that might be a potential bid from Thomas Zillicus, as he's done it before. But in 2023, it was more fan-backed proposal. So that meant the fans had to pay $400 so he could raise 20 billion just so he could buy United. So that was basically the plan back then. So that meant the fans would have part ownership or part stake in Man United. Now, this consortium, nobody knows who he is. Apparently, he's from the UAE. And they're considering to make an offer for the Glazer family. But the plans are to believe now in the early stages and not advanced stages. It's claimed the UAE group has already approached several former Manchester United players about being involved in the project as ambassadors, a tactic similar to what was rumored during Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani's Qatari bid in 2023. I have no idea if this Sheikh Jassim exists, but I'm still trying to figure out whether he does. Now, how can Glazers sell without Ineos stopping them after all the money that Ineos has put in? And, they could end up losing a lot of money. And there's a thing called the drag along clause. Now, the clause would allow, obviously, the Glazers to sell who are the major shareholders, Man United, and they don't need the approval of Ratcliffe. And if they do sell, it probably would have. Ineos do want to buy. It'll have to be $33 a share, which is £26 per share. And this clause was activated in August. So if Glazers do sell, Ineos ain't got a say, basically, and they could be out of pocket, basically. And that's the thing. If they do sell, they could be out of pocket. So Ineos effectively can't block them. So currently, Ineos own 27.7% shares. Glazers obviously own the rest. In the Athletic, there's a report that, and it does break it down for you in the Athletic about who owns what percentage, which Glazer owns what percentage of the company, and whether it's A shares or B shares. There's a big difference in A shares or B shares, but it tells you on there. And with this drag-along clause, they could sell to whoever they need to without even going through Ratcliffe. Now, I've also heard a rumor that by 2027, Glazers want to sell. If that's true, then a bid might come in at any time. It might be some truth behind the rumor. That's my guess. There might be some truth behind the rumor. Although the Glazer family, who remain majority owners, are reportedly valuing the club at $5 billion, with a B, not M, B. And United sources and Ineos leadership were reportedly caught by surprise by the social media claims and have insisted there is no truth to the news of an advanced sale. But what gets me is this. Glazers have investment in Dubai. They obviously own a cricket team up there as well. So they do have a bit of investment in Dubai. So because of that, I'm thinking there might be something in it that might be true. Now, here comes the question. How do I feel about United being sold? It depends. Or rather, a country not own or a state not own United, or rather a private company or different companies chipping in and buying United. I wouldn't really want a state to own it all. I would rather a company own it all. Otherwise, it would be like Newcastle. And they have the money, which might not necessarily be a bad thing, but as long as the new owners, wherever they will be in the future, if it is true, buy the club and pay off the debt, I'm more than happy. And we can move forward. So I'm moving on to another topic right now. And this is going to be about Bruno Fernandes. So with Bruno, there's been interest from Saudi again, and it's been brought up whether he's going to go in January, whether he's going to go in the summer. Now, Bruno's turned around and said, I don't want to go to Saudi. I don't want to go there. All I want to go to Europe. If I do move, it'll be in Europe so I can play European football or a chance to play in the Champions League or any other Europa League along them lines, basically. So yeah, he probably will have more chance of making the national team and the World Cup. So that is basically what Fernandes is saying. Fernandes' current contract doesn't run out until 2027. So after this season, he'll still have a year on left on his contract with a holding option to extend for another year. So just say 2 years. And United are reportedly reluctant to sell the talisman midfielder and are understood to value him at over 60 million. If they consider the transfer, although it was 100 million in the summer, but now it's 60. But rumor has it he's fully committed to United. He doesn't want to move anywhere unless it's Europe. So that is where we stand with that one. There's not really any much to discuss about this. Al Hilal and Al Ittihad are both interested in him. And I don't think he'll move in January. If anything, he'll probably go in the summer. But if he doesn't want to move to Saudi, it's probably going to be a European club. If any European clubs actually are interested and want to come in for him. So that's all I have for you today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, like I said at the start of the video. And I'll be dropping you videos all the time and every week. And I'll see you on the next one. And I'm sorry I'm a bit late with this one. It should have dropped yesterday, but family issues and things come up. See you later.